Ever wondered if someone secretly likes you, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Sometimes it's not what she says, but how she moves, looks, and laughs that reveals everything. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, signs she's into you that are hiding in plain sight. Stick around because these signals are subtle, powerful, and might surprise you. Have you ever noticed how sometimes a single glance can feel heavier than 1,000 words? Eye contact is one of the most subtle yet powerful ways someone can show interest, and the truth is, it's rarely accidental. When she's into you, her eyes tend to linger just a little longer than usual. It's not about staring or making things uncomfortable. It's about a quiet curiosity that pulls her toward you. You might catch her looking when she thinks you aren't noticing, or her eyes might flicker toward you in the middle of a group, quickly darting away the moment you meet her gaze. That small moment, that brief lock of eyes, carries an unspoken message. It's a way of saying she's paying attention, that your presence matters more than anyone else around her. It's the kind of look that makes you feel noticed, and there's a gentle intensity in it that hints at something more than casual interest. The way she blinks, the subtle smile that follows when her eyes meet yours, the tiny sparkle in her gaze, these are all subconscious signals that can reveal how she really feels. Unlike words, which can be rehearsed, eye contact is raw and instinctive. Our brains are wired to respond to it. When someone we're drawn to looks at us, we feel seen in a way that is deeply personal. It's a conversation happening without sound. The glances she shares might be fleeting, almost shy, but they leave a lingering warmth, a quiet energy that says she's thinking about you even when you're not speaking. And if you notice that she often finds a reason to catch your eye across the room, or if she seems to follow your movements with hers in a playful, almost subconscious way, it's more than coincidence. It's a signal that she's drawn to your presence, that she wants to connect in a way that goes beyond words. Sometimes the intensity of her gaze can change depending on the mood or the situation. During lighter, playful moments, her eyes might sparkle with mischief, curiosity, or laughter, subtly inviting you into a shared experience. In quieter, more intimate moments, her gaze may soften, lingering a little longer as if she's trying to read you, understand you, or simply be near you emotionally. And there's something remarkable about how eye contact works in moments of vulnerability. When she's nervous, shy, or feeling something she hasn't said aloud, her eyes can betray her emotions in the most honest and beautiful way. The way she glances down and then looks back, the way her pupils slightly dilate when she's focused on you, even the tiniest hesitation before looking away. All of it tells a story that words might never fully capture. What makes eye contact even more revealing is the way it can create a silent rhythm between two people. It's not just about noticing that she's looking, it's about the way the energy flows between you when those eyes meet. That tiny, almost imperceptible exchange can spark feelings of closeness, curiosity, and connection that grow with every shared glance. And when she maintains that eye contact, even in group settings, when she seeks your attention even subtly, it's her way of drawing a thread that connects the two of you quietly and consistently. Body language is like a silent language of the heart. It says what words sometimes can't, revealing feelings and intentions in the smallest movements, gestures, and shifts of posture. When a woman is into you, her body often reacts before her mouth does. She may lean slightly toward you when you're speaking, a subtle way of showing that she's fully present and genuinely interested in what you're saying. It isn't always an exaggerated motion. It could be as simple as her shoulders angling in your direction, her head tilting toward you, or her feet pointing toward you, even while sitting in a group. These are all subconscious signals that indicate her focus is on you, that she wants to bridge the space between you physically and emotionally. Mirroring is another fascinating aspect of body language. When she subtly imitates your gestures, your posture, or even the way you laugh, it's a sign of unconscious connection. Her body is trying to match yours because it feels good to be in sync, and it's one of the quiet ways the brain shows attraction and rapport. Pay attention to the little things, the small, fleeting touches that seem almost accidental but carry meaning. Maybe she brushes her hair back in a certain way when she looks at you, or lightly touches her arm while laughing at your jokes. These gestures are rarely intentional, yet they convey a level of comfort and openness that is difficult to fabricate. There's an unspoken communication in the way she shifts closer when you're talking, how her posture becomes more relaxed around you compared to others, or the way she might play with objects in her hands while keeping her gaze on you. These subtle cues are her way of showing vulnerability without words, of inviting you into her personal space, signaling interest, and creating a sense of intimacy. Facial expressions and micro expressions are also part of this language. When she's genuinely interested, her expressions soften. Her smiles tend to reach her eyes. Her eyebrows might raise slightly when she's engaged or curious, and her face often reflects the energy of the conversation. There's a natural flow in her movements, a rhythm that aligns with yours without consciously thinking about it. Her gestures might seem small, like crossing her legs toward you, shifting to face you fully, or adjusting her posture as you speak, but they all combine to create an overall sense of receptivity. When someone is attracted, their body unconsciously signals openness, uncrossed arms, leaning in, small gestures that invite closeness, and an orientation toward you, even in crowded spaces. Even in group settings, body language can reveal where her attention truly lies. While she may be part of a larger conversation, her body often seeks subtle proximity to you. She might angle her chair in your direction, lightly touch your arm while sharing a laugh, or subconsciously move closer when you're talking. These small but consistent signals indicate that your presence is meaningful to her. Beyond physical proximity, the way she reacts to your actions, like mirroring your excitement, nodding when you speak, or leaning in during playful moments, shows that she's emotionally attuned to you. The body doesn't lie, and when someone's interested, every movement, gesture, and shift of posture is a reflection of curiosity, attraction, and unspoken connection. Active engagement is one of the clearest signs that someone is genuinely interested in you, and it goes far beyond simple politeness or casual conversation. When a woman is into you, she doesn't just hear your words, she listens. She remembers the little things, the details you might think are insignificant, your favorite coffee, a story you told weeks ago, a hobby you mentioned in passing. These small gestures show that her attention is not fleeting. She's actively investing in understanding you and in keeping the connection alive. It's in the way she asks follow-up questions that reveal she's truly listening, how she recalls things you didn't expect her to, and how she responds with curiosity rather than just nodding along. Active engagement isn't just about conversation, it's about creating a rhythm of connection, a back and forth that feels effortless and natural, almost like your thoughts and energy are aligning in subtle, meaningful ways. It's in the laughter, too, that engagement becomes evident. When she's genuinely interested, her laughter feels warm, inclusive, and spontaneous, not forced. She doesn't just laugh at the jokes that are objectively funny. She laughs at your quirks, the way you stumble over a sentence, or the little imperfections that make you who you are. There's a kind of intimacy in shared laughter, a bridge that draws two people closer without the need for words like, I like you. She will lean into the moment with genuine amusement, sometimes adding her own commentary or teasing in a playful way, showing that she's not just present physically, but emotionally tuned into the interaction. That energy, the spark of shared joy, is a subtle but unmistakable signal that she wants to connect on a deeper level. Another key aspect of active engagement is how she initiates and sustains conversations. She doesn't wait passively for you to reach out. She creates opportunities to talk, whether it's a casual message during the day or finding reasons to spend time together. Even when life gets busy, she will make an effort to check in, ask about your day, or continue a conversation from earlier. These actions reflect that she values the connection and sees it as worth her time and attention. It's not about grand gestures or constant contact, it's about consistency and genuine curiosity. When someone is actively engaged, they invest mentally and emotionally, and that investment is reflected in how they prioritize your interaction without even consciously realizing it. Nonverbal engagement is equally telling. She nods, smiles, or makes small gestures that indicate she's following along and cares about your words. Her eyes light up when you talk about things that matter to you. Her expressions shift with the story, and she often mirrors your enthusiasm in subtle ways. Even in group settings, she finds ways to include you, respond directly to you, or bring your perspective into the conversation. It's a mix of verbal and nonverbal signals that combine to form a sense of attention and interest that is hard to ignore. Active engagement shows that she is not just present in the moment physically, but emotionally and mentally, weaving herself into the conversation in a way that is attentive, thoughtful, and revealing. When a woman is into you, she often expresses it in ways that are playful, gentle, and sometimes almost imperceptible. One of the most charming signs is how she compliments you, not with grand declarations, but in small, thoughtful ways that show she notices details most people overlook. It could be the way she comments on your sense of humor, your smile, the way you express an idea, or even something as simple as the way you carry yourself. These compliments aren't over the top or exaggerated. They're personal, specific, and sincere, reflecting the fact that she is paying attention to who you are rather than just what's obvious on the surface. And there's a rhythm to the way she does it, often sprinkled lightly into conversation, woven into jokes or casual remarks, so that it feels natural, almost effortless, but leaves a subtle impact that lingers in your mind. It's her way of showing admiration without making things uncomfortable, and it signals that she values you in ways that go beyond the superficial. Alongside these compliments comes playful teasing, which is equally revealing. When she teases you, it's rarely mean spirited. Instead, it's a gentle way of creating closeness and testing boundaries. She might poke fun at something you did, mimic a phrase you often say, or playfully challenge an idea you share. The teasing carries an unspoken message. She's comfortable with you, she enjoys your presence, and she's trying to spark a dynamic between you that is fun, lighthearted, and intimate. Playful teasing allows her to create a private language, a little world of shared jokes and laughter that is uniquely yours. It's a dance of words and expressions where she signals interest while keeping the mood casual and engaging. When delivered with a smile or a sparkle in her eyes, it becomes a subtle form of flirtation, hinting at attraction without ever having to say it outright. What makes subtle compliments and teasing so compelling is the way they intertwine with attention. She notices the small things that might go unnoticed by others, your choice of words, the way you laugh, or a detail about your appearance or personality. She incorporates these observations into her words in a way that feels playful but personal. For example, she might casually say, "You're really good at noticing things," or I can't believe you actually remembered that, accompanied by a teasing smile. These moments convey a dual message: admiration and connection. The teasing softens the compliment, making it feel light-hearted and inviting, while the compliment underlines the fact that she sees you in a way that is meaningful and specific. It's also important to notice the timing and context of these interactions. Subtle compliments and teasing often appear during shared experiences, moments where attention is focused on each other and the energy feels alive and personal. She might tease you when you make a funny mistake, but immediately follow it with a compliment that acknowledges your effort or personality. She might joke about something you're proud of, then smile in a way that lets you know she admires you. These small, careful choices in language, tone, and timing are all unconscious ways of building rapport, creating intimacy, and signaling interest. The beauty of subtle compliments and teasing is that they aren't loud or obvious. They're quiet, consistent, and layered with meaning. When she engages in this playful, attentive way, it's not just a reflection of friendliness, it's a psychological signal, a gentle thread connecting her to you in a way that words alone cannot capture. One of the most telling signs that a woman is into you is the way she prioritizes her time and attention. In today's busy world, where schedules are packed and distractions are endless, choosing to make space for someone is a profound indicator of interest. When she genuinely likes you, she doesn't treat time with you as optional or secondary. Even in moments when her day is full of responsibilities, she will find ways to connect, whether it's sending a quick message, responding thoughtfully to what you said earlier, or suggesting a moment to meet up. These actions show that her mind and heart are actively choosing to include you in her day, and that her connection with you is more than casual. It's not about grand gestures or over the top displays. It's the consistent, quiet presence that makes her investment in the relationship clear. She shows up in ways both small and meaningful because your time together matters to her. Attention is closely tied to this prioritization. She doesn't just occupy the same physical space, she engages with you fully. When you're talking, her focus isn't divided between her phone, other conversations, or her surroundings. She listens intently, responds with thoughtful questions, and follows up on things you shared, demonstrating that she remembers and values what you say. This kind of attention is rare and significant because it signals emotional investment. She wants to understand you, to be present in the moments you share, and to create a connection that goes beyond surface level interaction. It's in the way she reaches out, even without prompting, in the messages she sends that show she's thinking of you, and in her willingness to make adjustments to her plans just to spend time with you. These subtle choices demonstrate that you are a priority in her world and that she's making conscious efforts to strengthen the bond between you. Another important aspect is her consistency. Prioritizing time isn't about doing something once in a while, it's about patterns. She shows up repeatedly, maintains contact, and finds ways to weave you into her life. She might invite you to events, ask for your company during casual moments, or create opportunities to share experiences together. Even if the interactions are brief, a quick text, a phone call, or a thoughtful comment, they add up, creating a sense of presence and reliability that speaks volumes. This consistency reflects care, investment, and interest in a way that words alone cannot convey. It's an unconscious form of commitment, a demonstration that she's willing to give a part of herself to nurture the connection. Beyond mere presence, prioritizing attention also involves sensitivity to your needs and mood. She notices when something is off, when you're quiet, or when you need support, and she makes subtle efforts to be there. This attentiveness goes beyond convenience. It's a deliberate, conscious choice to offer her energy and focus in a way that strengthens your bond. Whether it's sending a simple message to check in or remembering something important to you, her actions reflect an understanding that meaningful connections are built through time, care, and sustained attention. Emotional vulnerability is perhaps one of the most intimate signs that a woman is genuinely into you. It goes beyond surface level attraction or casual interest and reaches into the realm of trust, openness, and emotional connection. When she shares her feelings, her fears, or the deeper layers of her life, it's a sign that she sees you as more than just someone to talk to. It means she trusts you enough to let her guard down. Vulnerability isn't easy. It requires courage to reveal parts of oneself that are normally kept private. So when she opens up, even in small ways, it signals that she is creating a space where she feels safe and seen. It's often reflected in stories from her past, moments of doubt, or candid conversations about what truly matters to her, and these glimpses into her inner world are priceless windows into how she feels about you and the connection you share. You can notice this vulnerability in subtle ways through the softness in her voice, the pauses when she's thinking before she speaks, or the emotions that surface unguarded. She may hesitate, as if weighing how much to share, yet chooses to reveal it anyway. It could be sharing a childhood memory that shaped her, admitting a fear she rarely talks about, or discussing a personal dream or insecurity that she hasn't expressed to many others. These moments are rich with meaning because they signal trust. She is letting you into her emotional space, and by doing so, she's creating a bond that is both personal and profound. The act of sharing in this way is more than conversation. It's a declaration that she values your presence and feels safe enough to show her authentic self. Emotional vulnerability also appears in how she reacts to you emotionally. When she feels comfortable enough to express concern, empathy, or care, it shows that she is emotionally invested. She might respond to your highs with genuine joy or your struggles with heartfelt concern, indicating that your emotional world matters to her. Her openness encourages reciprocity, allowing you to share your own feelings and creating a dialogue that is layered with understanding, empathy, and connection. The willingness to reveal emotions, even small ones, signals that she is comfortable with authenticity and is seeking a meaningful connection rather than just casual interaction. Another subtle indicator of vulnerability is the way she expresses herself through nonverbal cues. The softness in her eyes, the gentle tone when discussing delicate topics, or the fleeting moments of hesitation before she shares something personal, all of these demonstrate that she is opening herself up to you in a profound way. It's an invitation to witness her truth, to accept her as she is, and to engage with her in a space of emotional intimacy. Vulnerability is also often paired with trust in actions, like confiding in you about her worries, asking for your advice, or seeking your perspective on matters she doesn't discuss with others. These behaviors indicate that she not only values your opinion, but also feels secure enough to expose parts of herself that are usually kept private, revealing a level of emotional connection that goes beyond superficial attraction. At the end of the day, attraction isn't always loud or obvious. It's quiet, subtle, and often hidden in the little things. From the way she looks at you to the way her body naturally leans in, the way she laughs at your jokes, or remembers the tiniest details about you, every gesture, every glance, every word carries meaning. When a woman prioritizes her time for you, engages deeply in conversation, teases you playfully, or shares parts of herself that are usually reserved for only the closest people, she's revealing her feelings in the most authentic way. Understanding these signs isn't about overanalyzing or searching for proof. It's about noticing the patterns, the consistent actions, and the little emotional threads that connect her to you. Attraction is a language of actions, and when you pay attention to these subtle cues, it becomes clear how deeply someone cares. It's in these moments that the true beauty of connection shows itself through vulnerability, attentiveness, and presence. When you recognize these signs, it's not just about knowing she's into you, it's about appreciating the effort, the thoughtfulness, and the emotional openness that she brings into your life. And while words may sometimes fail, the eyes, the gestures, the laughter, and the quiet moments between you often say everything that needs to be heard. Paying attention to these signals can deepen your understanding of her feelings and help you respond with the same care and authenticity, creating a bond that is meaningful, genuine, and beautifully human